Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing? And I'm glad that someone said, remember to unmute, because I did. I forgot to unmute right until I read that. And I was like, oh shit, he's right. What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing? What is up? You like potatoes? Remember to, there it is. Sorry. I hope everyone is going to enjoy their weekend. I'm going to try and enjoy my weekend. I got another HLC State of Mind to knock out. My editor has the next USA versus the world. I think it's a great one. Should do really well. Yeah, just been a busy week, man. I'm not gonna lie, I did less videos this week. I'm burning myself out, man. I'm trying so hard to stay on top of everything, but I'm like, when I'm not doing stuff here, I'm doing stuff on like the house. And as soon as I get done with the house, I'm like right back here. I've been real busy. So how's everyone doing? We got Phoenix here, Weapons here, Wolfram here. How is everybody doing? And it's Phoenix, Wolfram, Weapons. I'm sorry. I still have that document that I need to get over to the shirt people and get you guys all your little merch kits. It's on my list. I woke up today, went to a VA appointment, had to run to the bank to take care of some paperwork. Got back here and I was just so fucking burned out. I literally woke up from a nap like 20 minutes ago. I was like, I just need to lay down. I'm fucking done. But I have some good news. I do have some good news. I'm very excited for this good news. A lot of you have asked for it, and I wanted to make it happen. I wanted it to be right. I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, because like I don't just want to like make a shirt that's like, oh cool, it has a phrase on it. There's really no good anything good there, no good references there. And I had the idea. I've been wanting to make a "We Just Be Building Shit" shirt. A lot of you have asked for it. But I didn't have the design right. And so I reached out to my friends. You guys may have heard of them. One of them known as the Fat Electrician, Eli Double Tap, Angry Cops. And I was like, look, guys, I want to make this shirt, but the design is not there for me mentally. I told him a couple of the concepts I had. I was like, it's not there yet. And 2 days ago, Nick called me and he's like, how about we do this? And I don't want to say what it is because I'm so fucking excited. It's probably going to be my favorite shirt that I ever make. I am so unbelievably excited. Right now, an artist has all the details and she is working that design for me. It's going to be so fucking good. A Rondo with $99. Holy sweet shit.
And thus our trade deal has been done for the UK Middle East accent. Pleasure doing business. I will come forward with more trade deals in the future. Go buy some Tress Leche. Hashtag make to crub. Also, bring the missus on this stream or else you're a MacArthur.
Ooh, well, let me see. I don't know if Mrs. Linecrosser's feeling up to it. She's been dealing with my shit all week. Craft Voorhees, how are you doing, buddy? In case you guys didn't know, Craft Voorhees, and I don't want to put your information out there too much. I just know you from Twitter, from X. He's also on X, and he's an active duty air defender. So for me, it's always good. Like the fucking Cosmos worked really well, and we found each other, and unfortunately, there's a lot of inside jokes that me and him have had, and like he'll write something and I'm like, you're right. And then like I'll allude to something and he's like, oh yeah, 100%. So he is another active duty air defender. He's a good guy, man. If you're not following him over on Twitter, he's a good dude. I like him a lot, and he's an officer, but we don't judge here. He seems like one of the good ones, which means that he was verbally abused by his platoon sergeant. That just tells me everything I need to know about him. You're late for you semi funny, bold, fat, artistic guy. Well, I'm not too late. I'm a little late, but I'm here. Angie B sending love to you and the family, except Slavic Special Ed, West Taiwan, and the Weeble Wobble. Oh, man. Good to have you here, Angie B. How you doing? Hi, Habitual. I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy you're here, Isaac Wise. How's everyone doing on this Friday night? I'm trying to read as much as I can to get on top of this. I also got some other good news that I don't want to share that good news yet, but I never stop. Also, I do want to apologize. I was literally standing in the parking lot next to where I need to make the PO box, and I didn't do it today because I didn't have time. It's on my list. I need to do a PO box. I need to get my fucking passport I need to finish up my paperwork and my fingerprints for my New Mexico concealed carry. That's something kind of cool. Just figured that out. That if you have a concealed carry in a reciprocity state with the state of New Mexico and your military, all you literally have to do is send them your driver's license with your updated address in New Mexico, your fingerprints, your previous concealed carry, and your DD-214, and they immediately transfer it over. Like that. Boom, done. It's like $5 to get everything transferred. It's super fucking awesome. So that is one good thing that they got going on here. Hug the Boats has been an unmitigated success. Tally count goes as far as 3 destroyers, 6 battleships, 2 carriers. You've been hugging boats. Holy shit. Ohio Trucker, man. I had to read who it was from, man. I haven't heard from you in a little while. I hope everything's going real well for you, bud. Let me see. That was smooth as hell. I try. Bromance. Dude, I'm telling you, I am so fucking excited. I will probably, just because I'm excited to share it, and I know you guys won't share it, I may DM a couple of you mods and let you guys know like what it is, and I think you're going to be as excited as I am. I really do. I am unbelievably excited for that design. Hi, Fred. Hey, what's up, Jay Wolf? Miss you, buddy. Hope all is well. Love your favorite giant. Hey, that he is. What do they refer to you as on Twitter? The risen one, the elevated one. Size matters. He is a great dude. His name's Jay Wolf, and he is 7'1". Awesome guy, man. I really like Jay Wolf. If you go back in my videos, fucking, I don't know, almost a year ago now, I like trotted up to him and I went uppies. He's just a big, amazing guy. And he kind of fits in a Toyota Corolla. I rented a Toyota Corolla and I had to take him back to his truck, and he was like in the front seat, like knees against his chest and like head like this, just trying to fit into that fucking car, man. It was hilarious. Your own on Scott Ritter, man. All I have to say is he has not been fed to, dude. I don't get it. And this is the thing. I try and be leery of Scott Ritter because I don't want him to think that he's going to get a platform by coming back at me. So I just like to be short, sweet, to the point, and shut him the fuck down. I can't stand that guy, man. Someone said knock knock, and then my fucking chat did the thing now. Super fans. Hold on. My dyslexia is kicking in. Super DBS fan. There you go. DBS? DB's fan. Dude, words are hard. Took my nephew to see all the museum ships, also Nautilus and the USS Constitution. We're seen as well. We're seen as well. I do want to go see the Nautilus. That is on my list. I don't even know where it is. If I'm remembering correctly, Nautilus is the first nuclear submarine to ever exist, and it was American because we just be building shit. I poop now. Oh, I shit now. I couldn't tell that story with the accent because I didn't want to give it away until the end. For your retirement fund, let the HLC play. From one squid to my brother in arms. Love you, bro. Also, Mustang officers are the shit. Whiskey's out, bro. So here's the thing. I've met really good, and I think it comes down to the individual. I've met really, really good Mustang officers, and I've met really, really bad ones who don't understand how to differentiate between NCO business and officer business. I will say per capita, majority of the Mustangs, I think I know 2 Mustangs that I didn't get along with. Major Gooding and Captain Davis. Yeah, Major Gooding and me. He loved me. He was like fucking infatuated with the way that I worked, and he like loved working with me, but the man was on my last nerve every day. But he's retired now, and now I am so. I start instructor school Monday. Dude, I'm telling you, instructor. So I don't know if you guys know, what is his name? Infantry Guru, Command Sergeant Major Ogle. He was a commandant of a non-commissioned officer academy. And before I went to be an instructor, I reached out to him and I was like, hey, what can I expect? Like, is there anything I need to be aware of? And he told me that it is hands down going to be the most rewarding assignment of your career. And he is 100,000% accurate. I loved that job. I loved molding those young minds. The only regret I have is that my class was so short. It was 3 weeks, 4 days. And then they had like 2 weeks of online. But that was hands down the most rewarding job I ever had. And you can make that class awesome, or you can make that class like watching paint dry. It all comes down to the individual, man. So Plop, 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 not blocked, homie. I don't understand. Literally, somebody came in here and let me know that like they couldn't use the word plop in a super chat. Maybe it's because they said dirty plop. I don't know. Been a bit since I tuned into a stream, but did you ever check out those games I sent to Phoenix that he forwarded to you? I might have. Dude, I don't even know. I forgot it was Friday until I woke up this morning. Might have. I know, dude, I was on Steam the other day just looking for something to play because I'm like patiently waiting for Borderlands. That's what I'm waiting for. I want you guys to know September 12th, you can guarantee 100,000% you're not getting, you might get a video that I do earlier, but September 12th, that is what I'm doing. Borderlands is going to have my complete and undivided attention all day and most of the night. Like I already got it pre-ordered. I'm a Mustang, and yes, my NCOs abused me. At least they tried their best. See, this is the thing. There was a Duffel blog article that was like, 80% of platoon leaders are verbally abused by their platoon sergeant. And it was the Army's goal to make that number 100%. And, it's funny. And I used to love getting into arguments with my students. And I would always tell them, every overbearing, micromanaging officer you've ever met is the result of an incompetent platoon sergeant, because they were never taught what their job was, what the NCO's jobs were, and how to manage taskings correctly, because they had to do everything. It was the NCO's fault. And at first they didn't want to believe me. And after a little while, they were like, ah, shit, he's right. I'm like, yeah, I fucking stay on top of that shit. HLC, love the content. Thank you so much. Gappers, you want them to listen to good advice. I listen-ish, somewhat. I see Ukraine has a new missile that may tickle your TISM, the cruise missile. Yes, I have heard of, oh God, what the hell is it called? I can see the missile in my fucking brain. I want to say Peacock missile, but I know that's not right. The Flamingo. I knew it was a bird. We knew it was there. FP5 specs are interesting. Maybe something to put in an upcoming video. Weird name though. It is a very strange name. It looks like a mid-range rocket-assisted cruise missile. So I got to look into it more. I don't know a whole lot. I mean, it's just a big cruise missile. Cruise missiles in general, inherently in their design and their flight profile, are more difficult to intercept with ground-based air defense systems. Now, air-based air defense systems do have an upper hand on cruise missiles because they fly roughly, most of the time, at the speed that a fast mover would, slightly slower than a fast mover. So if you got good DCA or defensive counter-air in the air, cruise missiles are less of a threat. But to ground-based air defense assets, they're slightly higher on the threat scale than like your average ballistic missile. And I know that sounds strange to a lot of people because they're moving so much slower, but it's their terrain masking abilities and low observability and the curvature of the Earth. If you think the Earth is flat, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Might suggest a SIG P320 as your carry gun. I hear they have a neat feature where they shoot for you. I just picked up a Glock G is kind of a fucking redundant thing, but 43X. And that was recommended by Angry Cops and the Fat Electrician and Eli Double Tap. So far so good. I haven't even fired it yet. I just picked it up this week. I like it. It's definitely significantly smaller than my former everyday carry, which was a Ruger SR40. Feels nice. Okay. I know what Glock guys are going to say. Glock 19 this, Glock 43, Glock this, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I hate how Glocks look. I think they are a stupid, ugly pistol. Hold on. Let me finish. They are also one of the most reliable and easy to find parts for pistol brands on the market because everybody has them. I just don't like the way they look. So that's my little... M9s have better triggers. I don't know. I liked my M9. I did enjoy my M9. Mo Beretta from back in the day. They call him Ethan Long because he's got a long Dwayne The Rock Johnson. What the? Listen. I haven't fully launched that site yet. I'm just kidding. I have a foolproof plan. It's going to be $5 to subscribe and $10 to not receive photos. So I'm just kidding. Where's Franklin? Oh, he's around. Franklin always be doing Franklin shit. Oh my gosh. Testing again, confirming plop, plopper, plops. I don't know what's going on. Get the P.O. box so I can send fan art. I do have some wall space here. I don't have a ton of wall space, but we do got P.O. box maid costume on stream again. No, I don't even think I took the maid costume with me. I think I got rid of it. Because this is the thing. The second it happened, everybody got a hold of it and sent it to all my friends. You know what's funny is I asked Rich about it and he's like, no, I thought that was Photoshop. That's real. And I was like, no, that was real. I don't know how I didn't make it into a angry meme review. Franklin plushies win. I know. Trust me. This company that I'm working with right now I'm not good. Glocks are fine, but never felt right in my hand. It feels okay in my hand. I will say, and maybe it's just because it's brand new. For a 9mm, it takes some force to rack that slide compared to like my other 9mm. My other 9mm it's a Taurus, and the Taurus is super smooth. I mean, it's really comfortable. But this Glock, and maybe it just got to be broke in. Like I'm racking on it, and it takes some force. Just saw the new video; it was fire. I'm glad everyone liked it. Now I got to think of this is the thing. Not only do I have to make up slurs for Grandpa Buff to use against Venezuela, I also have to find ones and ways to say them that YouTube will allow me. So that's a double fun thing. Chinese baby bot is crazy is because of one child policy and population collapse, or is it because the one child policy and population collapse, or because they want it for some reason? I don't. Their claim is that it's to help families that cannot produce naturally. I'm concerned. I mean, theoretically, it wouldn't be that difficult as long as this is going to come out weird. But as far as I know, not a doctor. I'm a missile guy. I assume growing a baby is not much different than growing like a plant. As long as you have the right stuff going to it and the right environment, it'll grow. I don't know. The only thing I know outside of that is that if a woman is pregnant and she is injured, the baby will literally send stem cells to her body to help her repair, and vice versa. The woman will send, like, her body will naturally send stem cells to the baby to help the baby repair in case it's injured. What is that? You think it's for me? From who? What's that? Who's it from? Oh, no. This had better be. Oh, hold on. Mrs. Linecrosser asked me to open this on stream, and I think I know what it is. Tell you a Pepperbox joke, please? I had a joke in my head last night that I was going to use. I really need to write notes down more. Hold on, boys. No, I don't have a P.O. box yet. This came directly to my house, so obviously this is... But it says, please do not bend, and I think I know what it is. And I'm kind of... you guys are seeing it first with me. It is. I got a COA for service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, signed by the Commander-in-Chief. Thank you for answering the call to serve in your Army dedicated service. Sergeant Major Weimer, General George. Having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Army, 15 August 2025. It's my retirement certificate. That's I didn't think it would show up. Huh. Sorry, this kind of changed my vibe a little bit. My bad, guys. I'm Mrs. Linecrosser. There's one for her too. She has a COA in here. For service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, Sergeant First Class Long, I'll just skip my first name, United States Army, I extend you my personal thanks and sincere appreciation for our grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation. Oh my God, I'm dyslexic. Mrs. Linecrosser, come here. Devotion to duty, spirit of sacrifice, keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust that the coming years you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you serve. Those who follow your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our armed freedoms, or American freedoms. My best wishes for your happiness and success in the future.
For what?
For being, for
me?
yeah, for you, literally
What
for
did
you.
I do?
I don't know.
Is this because you called Eli?
It might be because I called Eli.
Aw, that's super nice.
Yeah, it might be because I called kind of people. Wow, that was.
I'm appreciated.
You're appreciated.
Whoa.
Do you want to come say hi to the stream? They want you on stream. They want you to come say hi.
I'm appreciated. That's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've been
Thank
waiting
you.
for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that was we're gonna get back to it, guys. Sorry about that. Enlisted business is Walmart. Officer business is Trader Joe's. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all being here for this. I'm sorry. I got completely sidetracked there. I was gonna be hung up. So back to business. Will I ever make a B-17 character? It is on my list. I'll be the test dummy. I'm a dirty plop. See, this doesn't make any sense. I don't know what happened. If Brandon gets his ticket to DC, will I be able to convince you and Nick to do tours of the National Museum of the Army and USMC Museum Navy 1? Yes, 1,000%. Those are on my list anyways, but right now I'm kind of in the process of bullying the US Air Force Museum. That's them sons of bitches. They think they're above the law. Let's go. HLC is not a MacArthur. We appreciate Mrs. HLC. Can I get a hell yeah? Of course. True statement. I'm one of the cool ones. Check my stream. You'll see also you beard fudges. Your beard fudges? What? What is going on? I also had to explain to my nephew what trophy skull is and why there are 40 of them. So anyone curious, 30 are Japanese, 10 are North Korean. Robert's brother was a sniper from 41 to 53. Sweet Jesus. Did he comment on the Pac 2 launchy oopsie from Taiwan yet? I'm actually glad you brought that up. I knew someone was going to bring it up, and I got to tiptoe around this one. I really, really do have to tiptoe. Okay, so basically what I'm going to say is from the video, and I may do like a full-on breakdown, it appears to be a clear self-destruct. It does not appear that something went wrong with the missile. Now, that doesn't mean that something didn't go wrong. It's from what we have there, it's impossible to know, right? Now, an operator could have self-destructed that missile. It's kind of low for that to happen, but neither here nor there. The missile can self-destruct for any number of reasons. It can self-destruct if it doesn't pair with the uplinker, which means the missile comes out and the missile tells the radar, hey, I'm missile, this is where I am, and the radar goes, yep, I see you, missile, go this way. That's called an uplink. If the uplink doesn't happen, it can self-destruct after a certain amount of time. If the onboard testing systems of the missile notice something is not within nominal ranges, it's incredibly rare, but it can self-destruct. There's no way for anyone to know what happened with that. Something didn't go according to plan. I don't know what yet, though. Unfortunately, it's all up in the air. Sorry. Bro. You only have a 22 revolver. Glock, blocky Lego. It is blocky as shit. They're very, very blocky. Not a fan of how blocky they are, but testing Nick as in Nicholas. Yeah, that one worked. Oh, I'm just getting down all the congratulations here. It's a giant adult toy. Which Vault Hunter do I plan on using? I have a bad habit of picking the most underpowered one first, but I'm looking at Amon. I think his name is Amon. The fucking the big bulky dude with the choppy thing. Yeah, it is Amon. Sorry. Let me see. It's all up here from here, old man. I'm trying, man. Nobody bully HLC for getting emotional over his freedom papers. That's Angry Cop's job. Yeah. I didn't say the N-word. I didn't say nothing. I just referred to a notional term for people who are big fans of history that we've all learned on Pepperbox. You know, here's the thing. I love you, Pepperbox subs. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys. But do you ever wonder if you're scaring away the newbies? I'm just curious. Like, I didn't even think about that until somebody was like, hey, I'm new to Pepperbox. This entire comment section, I don't even know what the hell's going on. And somebody responded to him by calling him several of the Pepperbox exclusive slurs. And I was like, yeah, welcome. So congratulations, job well done. Thank you so much, Archangel. Oh. Congrats, man. Thank you so much, the Lord Dragon. I appreciate it, my dude. Miss HLC had to put up with all the characters in your head. She does. Sometimes she'll catch me having conversations with myself because I'm thinking of content. She has to kind of pull me out of it. Let's go, HLC is not a MacArthur. Oh yeah, I just got down to that. Congrats, sir. 11 more years for you. I'm telling you, it flies by, man. It really does. And it's so weird. I did not enjoy doing a lot of the shit I had to do, but I miss it. I don't know if that makes sense. Wanted to show my weekly love from your favorite retired paramedic. Keep up the great work, man. Thank you so much, Xbox Medic. Southpaws for Buff. James. Butter sausage. You ever had butter sausage? Yeah. Where'd it come from? What does it do? I can't. Dude, I don't have big enough teeth to be Gary Busey. So plop you plop and plop. Did it work? Apparently it did. I'm sorry. HLC, I want to say thank you to you, Unsub and AC. Y'all have kept me going this very dark time in my life when I need to smile and laugh. I put one of y'all on. Again, thank you. Thank you, Mike. It's honestly, as fucked up as it is, it's really easy to give up. And I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't do the enemy any favors. There are people right now, I don't know if y'all know this, but this is the way I look at it. There are people right now out there that want to kill me just because I'm American.
Would you intercept
I live to spite them.
I'd intercept me.
Congratulations on your retirement. My buddy retired a few years ago. He was with the 101st and was at the Battle of Shiakot. Been watching you since the early days. Keep up the good work, man.
He was at the Battle of Shiakot, the Operation, oh my God, I want to say Overlord. That's 1944. Operation Anaconda? Fuck me, man. That dude stacked bodies. But thank you so much for being here, man. I really appreciate it. Scary, what are you talking about? No, nothing scary. Pepperbacks unite. Congratulations from Israel. Thank you, Missile Man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are all here. My wife passes on the congratulations, raises her glass of Tully. Thank you so much, James Rose. I really appreciate y'all being here. And I return my glass of water. I literally just had coffee in here. That's where I'm at. I'm fucking mainlining coffee at 5:30 in the afternoon. Oh, congrats, Matt Holloway, Arizona. Love your work. Oh, I will have a beer on you. I did have one earlier. I had a high noon. I don't really drink much anymore. You missed my super chat. Send it before mail. I'm sorry. Did I miss? I hold on. Let me try and get back up to it. Hold on, let me get back down to you. I'm gonna try and track it down here real quick. Rondo. My YouTube isn't even going all the way up that high. Like the actual YouTube stream itself. I'm so sorry, man. What did you say? I am so sorry. I feel awful. I don't like missing those things. I try and catch everything. I'm sorry. One of my mods, make sure that I get that whatever he sent. I don't want him to have to pay for anything again. I'm sorry. Let me know when you want to go. U.S. Army, USMC, Navy museums. I can set up the better docents. I don't know, for the tours. What's that word? I'm not familiar with that. I'm not a wordsmith. I'm a missile tard. That's gonna catch on, unfortunately. I'm not a wordsmith. I'm a missile tard. That's somebody better quote that on fucking Twitter and tag me. I'm not a wordsmith. I'm a missile tard. I missed your birthday yesterday. Happy late birthday, Miranda Griffin. Wrongtism. Might have to volunteer. I mean, if they want someone to talk about, like, if you got a Patriot system there, I'll just stand in front of it and teach people shit. I live in spite of my coworkers. I did that for a few years too. Just a fellow beans on toast here. Love all you vids. And for me, every time you're on unsub, you make this show. Through adversity to the stars. That made you sound very posh. I don't know if you actually are, but I'm glad you're here. How do I feel about the Cracker Barrel rebrand? Oh man, dude. We're calling it the Honky Bucket now. They want to do that? It's called the Honky Bucket. That's it. Oh yeah, you guys are talking about the somebody was asking about we got a new shirt coming. Trust me, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. I hope it does well. I really do. Opinion on Russian missile strike on Ukraine. Thank you, Wolfram. I appreciate that. I don't know enough about it to make a detail. What little I know is that there was a U.S. building factory of some kind, like U.S. funded building or factory for weapons or drones or something. I don't know what was hit. And it was attacked by Russia. Okay. When it comes to anything, nothing is invincible. So first and foremost, just like nothing is foolproof when it comes to missile defense systems. It just doesn't happen that way. However, if they were producing anything that was used or could be used for the war with Russia, it's technically a valid military target. Russia likes to blur the lines of what a valid military target is. Like, it's really strange the way and they get away with it too, because the International Criminal Court is fucking laughable. There's literally a warrant out for Putin. There's a warrant out for fucking Netanyahu. There's a warrant out for like fucking 8 other world leaders, and just no one gives a shit. Anyways, so I got to look into it more. I don't know a whole lot. Like the little clips and TV intro as well. It's all good. Thank you so much. The Graffiti 600 RR. So that's, I don't know enough about it right now. I'm sorry. Greetings from Turkey. Oh shit. Content is amazing as always. May we become better allies in the future. I would actually enjoy that. So here's the thing. And again, it's not the Turkish people. Right? Just like I don't have an issue with the Iranian people. I don't have an issue with the Russian people. It's our governments that got fucking beef with one another, okay? The government over there likes to play both sides of the fence. And I think that's the only reason, which sucks because Turkey is arguably it's the second largest standing army in NATO, right? It's the second largest, which I didn't know. Could have swore it was France. Guess not. But by the numbers, Turkey is the second largest, like 300,000 or something like that. And they have a lot of shit. You got a lot of shit. And I really think that if Turkey went like all in on like, hey, you know what? We're not playing both sides of the fence anymore. We're going all West all day. And I got it. That comes down to money. That comes down to friendships and business deals. I get it. That I think that like ultimately a strong member of NATO makes a stronger NATO alliance. So I don't disagree with you, my friend. Let me see. Another reason for peace. Couldn't agree more, man. Peace is. I'm about to buy a ticket for Unsub Live in Orlando. Will you be there? Not the Orlando one, as far as I know. But there is a rotating guest list that is going to all these shows, so you never know who you're going to get. They're all going to be there. Did I just see someone say JD Delay was in the house? What up, JD? Hey, what up, buddy? You know, I'm a little jealous. You were down there with the Unsub guys. I know you're like stacking up all these episodes before they go on their live show. I wasn't invited. And you had tea with Nick and Rich, and you guys all looked very happy. Rich just makes fun of me. No, I'm just kidding. JD, actually, you got here at the right amount of time. This, I just got my retirement certificate. So I feel much better.
Would you intercept me?
I just read that before it came through.
I want a t-shirt with GPA buff dropping DMPS on a cracker barrel screaming, now you're called a honky bucket.
Now you're called the honky bucket. Through adversity to the stars, Royal Air Force motto here. Oh, okay. Per adura. Oh, that's Latin. I can't read Latin to save my fucking life. Through adversity to the stars. That's actually really cool. I will say this, man. God, I'm going to get crucified for this. The UK has some class. They got some fucking style. Like when I did my USA versus the world and I was talking about like ships and things like that, you guys got some boss ass name for your ships. You don't have a whole lot of them, but you do got some really cool fucking names. And then like you got some cool ass like the high velocity missile, the what you call Starstreak or whatever. That's cool as hell. And that motto, that's cool as hell, man. Like you guys do have class. You make a show with things, and I'm here for it. You're going to be the Boston Unsub show. I want to give you my ship's battle flag. I would love to be at the Boston show. I wasn't. I know which show I'm going to be at, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I'm sorry. Congrats on retiring. Also, very sorry I haven't sent an email to the Marauder. On the Marauder project, there's very little publicity available. Information on it. Also, my brother just qualled on subs. He's full-fledged. Oh shit. Tell him to just inject nitrogen bubbles right into his blood. It'll go quicker. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That'll kill him. Am I going to play the Helldivers 2 and Halo collab? There's a Halo collab? You're talking about when Helldivers 2 and the Xbox comes online? Hell yeah. My nephew has Xbox. My brother has a PlayStation. So we're gonna rock that shit. Champagne bottle. Why are those emojis next to it? Where's my buddy? Fucking dude, I'm so bad with names. Badge 502. No. It's not flared at the base. Enjoy the 100 made from our trade deal. Thank you so much, Arondo. I appreciate that. Docents are the people who volunteer as tour guides. Oh, and they've never been trying to get me to become one for months. I might have to volunteer to help. Everything's on the table right now. We do have something lined up. It's in Kentucky. That's what we have lined up right now. And there's another one. I don't want to say the other one that is lining up. Because if I say it, you guys are going to know exactly where I'm going. And I want to keep some illusion, some surprise there. I have an extra ticket to Orlando show. If they're sold out, I'm on Discord. Oh yeah, just show up at the Orlando show. Just haze or heckle them the entire time. Nick goes to say a joke. Boo! That sucks. That's not how history works. Or I could bring the keyboard and a helmet and just bah. Oh. We be stealing shirt with Russia and China, bro. That's actually pretty good. That's really good. Did you guys see they had a new helicopter that they stole from one of our projects? from a Sikorsky. I know that doesn't narrow it down. The fuck is it? It's got 2 rotors on top, and it's got like instead of a tail rotor like vertical in the back, it's got like one facing forward for thrust. I can't remember what the hell it is. Weapons, you know what it is. Cosplays the keyboard warrior. Bet. I'm sure Weapons knows what it is. I don't know what the hell it is. S97, that might be right, over the voids. Armor Museum at Fort Knox. I don't know for sure, but I think they moved the Armor Museum when they made Fort Benning the Maneuver Center of Excellence. I don't know. I've been to the Armor Museum before. The old Patton Museum, it was fucking awesome. I loved it. You're going to be at the London show? JD, I am very jealous of you, my good sir. You know, I'm starting to think that I'm just a pretty face that they bring on there. I'm going to start just yelling at Eli. I'm just kidding. I'd never yell at Eli. He helps me out way too much. The UK's naming conventions are great until you let the public name stuff, e.g. Bodie McBoatface. Yes. Was that in the UK? I could have swore that was a US one. Damn, you just bought yours? It's all right. It's all right. I love your content. I love you guys for being here. I'm honestly, look, I'm going to be, because throughout this entire experience of me like getting out of the military, it's a brag? I thought Maneuver Center of Excellence was Benning. Bragg should still be the home of the airborne. Fire Center of Excellence is Fort Sill. Logistics Center of Excellence was Fort Lee. It's called fucking something Fort 1 Civil War. Yeah. But yeah, no, so I wanted to like be clear with you guys throughout this entire process. It's very strange. Obviously, I'm a huge advocate for mental health. So I will say with complete transparency, I just enrolled myself. And it isn't like a dire need thing. It's just, you know, sometimes it's good to just stay up on it and kind of, you know, get a like a litmus test on yourself, right? Just to see where you're at. And I'm going to be totally real with you guys throughout this process. Out of every veteran that's gotten out of the military, I probably have the least to complain about. I have an amazing community. I have a home. You know, I make good money. I got a wife that loves me. I mean, I really do have a lot going for me, but sometimes like I'm just fucking sad for no reason at all. And I understand that it's a symptom of like a, you know, depression and stuff like that, where like everything is so loud around me that I just don't want to do anything. I become the most like procrastinating person on the planet. It's really, it's a strange feeling. And luckily for me, I have kind of the wherewithal to understand when I'm going down those paths and stuff like that. And my wife is, you know, she's my number one player, right? And the MVP. And so she kind of recognizes when that stuff happens as well. So I do want to be completely transparent with you guys, because as I'm going through these things and I'm experiencing it, I'm not doing it to be narcissistic and like, oh, feel bad for me or anything like that. I want you to know that if it happens to you, you're not alone. You know, people get out of the military all the time, and we need to have these conversations with one another. And if I can be an advocate for situations like this, saying, hey man, I had everything going right for me and I still felt this way. Then maybe it'll make, you know, veterans and service members more willing to speak about those things and go seek the help that they want. That's my goal. It's okay to not be okay. Exactly. 100,000%. Yeah. It's called being human. I completely agree, man. And you know, as much as I want to keep the laughs going and stuff like that, I do want to have these moments of kind of clarity where I explain that it's okay. You can have everything going for you know, right for you and still not feel okay. That's fine. So HMS Formidable. So I got a question on the HMS, and maybe you can explain to me, Angry Brit. when you had a queen, I'm not talking shit, right? Because that's talking shit about a queen passing away. That's low hanging fruit. But so when you had the queen, it was Her Majesty's ship, and now that you have a king, King Charles, I think, is it just it's just His Majesty's ship? That's why it's always HMS, I assume. I just wanted to verify that. Venturer, HMS Ambush, Dragon are my favorite UK vessel names. Our budget may be shit, but goddamn, we got some good names, dude. What is it? The your 4 Vanguard class subs. They all start with a V, and they're all nuclear capable. Those are my 4 favorites. What is it? The Vigilance, the Vanguard, I don't know the other one, and then the Vengeance. Yeah, the Vengeance. Dude, that was tippy top. Fucking, that was peak for me. Is like that's gangster as fuck. Yes, His Majesty's ship. Oh, well, now I know. There's going to be a full-on Halo collab. Helldivers 2 drops on Xbox. There's a trailer for it. Find your seats and get set for combat drop. Bro, I'm excited. That makes me very happy. British ships are trans. I mean, fuck. I'm so pissed I didn't think of that joke. Fuck. No, that's a good joke. That's a solid joke. Vanguard, Victorious, Vigilant, and Vengeance. There you go. Thank you. As a retired paramedic, can relate to Badge 502. I've seen things. Bro, since we've been doing the Kind of Consensual podcast, and I read through the emails, y'all's EMTs, y'all are something else, man. The things you guys experience are wild. Where the hell's Knox? He's in the other room. It is getting close to that time. Mrs. Linecrosser, if you're watching, can you please send my fat boy? Fat boy? There's my fat boy. There's my fat boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. You need to go to your bed. It's not time yet. It's not time for Protocol 4. Fat boy, you go to your bed. You go to your bed. Go to bed. Knox. Bed. Okay. Second time I missed a super chat. I'm trying to stay on top of it. Russia versus Iran, only US, no soldier. Wait, what? Russia versus Iran plus US. I'm trying to understand what you're trying to explain here, man. Knox is here. He's standing at the gate and he's just staring. He's like, I know, your breath is awful, bro. It's like you've been licking your butthole intensely for the past hour. What? Okay, fine. He's yelling at me. You're going to have to do tricks for the next one.
Intercept me? I'd intercept me.
You need to read Tribe on Homecoming and Belonging by Sebastian Younger. It makes all the post-retirement feelings make sense, trust me. It's also not too long, because you know. Hashtag army strong that army.
You know, that's how I can tell you guys really do care about me, because instead of just being like, hey man, it's okay to not feel okay, you know, we care about you here, read this book. You say that, and then there's an underhanded, like, you're fucking retarded. I love it. That makes me solid. Second time I missed a super chat. I was trying German accent. There's a puppy dog. I want to see the goodest boy. He's just standing at the gate. I don't know what his deal is. I was going to put one through the brain pan. Got help, dude. I'm telling you, I'm very glad you got the help you need. I really am. Like, it's okay to not be okay, man. Okay, he's going to his bed. He's gotta get lined up for his camera shot. That's why his breath smells like that. Knox, quit licking your butthole. Being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. Sometimes you step back and fix cracks in yourself before you can build something else up. Self-care. I'm learning that. I'm really learning that because I didn't take any time to kind of look at how I felt and how I was adjusting. And it was literally just flipping a switch. It was army. And then the second I got home, it was boom, social media. There was no transition period. And I'm feeling the effects of that pretty good. I'm getting there. It's all work in progress. Would I ever do a video on the history and evolution of air defense and reason why they were needed, built despite Slavic special has blatant lies? I did a video called the history of the air defense artillery, explaining what systems we use, but I never really looked at it how it progressed. That's not bad, actually. That's not a half bad idea. I kind of like that. The UK Navy has more admirals than ships. Bro, they gotta trim that fat. They gotta trim that fat. Also need to add NAOC E4 Doomsday plane to lore. Oh, I haven't really looked into the Doomsday plane a little bit. When you look up Doomsday plane, bro, there's 7 of them that come up. I really have to look. So I don't know all the details. So the question is old news, but at this point, what is your opinion on them killing off the horse cav units, platoons, except Caisson for budget reasons? It changed a few years ago, but there used to be something called the NCO Core Vision. And, gappers.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Oh, and I forgot, one last message before I go. Aegis is the man Patriot wishes it could be.
Oh, I gotta change that voice because he said Patriot. He didn't even say Patriot. It was Patriot. Oh, no. We're not having beans on toast. Enunciate on my stream. Not doing that. Love you too, gappers. You fucking smart ass. So the NCO Core Vision for the United States Army is, and there's 2 things that stick out to me in there. It starts out with an NCO Core grounded in heritage, values, and tradition. To me, losing these half sections and stuff like that removes the tradition. We don't have full-on units running these things, but that is a tradition. That's like if Big Deuce, which is 2-2 field artillery at Fort Sill, got rid of their fucking donkey. That's a tradition. He even got demoted because he bit somebody. Their sergeant major. There's a picture of him getting an Article 15 in the Field Artillery Museum. It's fucking hilarious. And the second part that pops out to me, and it's something that I've taken into my civilian life as much as I can, is values perpetual learning. So the thing that bothers me about that is, how do I word this? I had something in my head, but I was like, that's not the right way. That's not the right way. It is a tradition. Traditions don't last forever. I think that them saying it was a budget issue is a scapegoat fucking answer. But also on the other hand, when they're like, well, and there's a lot of this on the internet because fucking nuance is lost on the internet, is, well, they cut this and it only costed this much, but they're still doing this and it cost this much. That's counterproductive. And I'm not talking shit to you. It's a valid point to bring up. It's just, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Man, we got so many problems in our political system, and everyone wants to change shit just for the fucking sake of changing shit. And anyone who's ever been in the military and been through a change of command or a change of responsibility with somebody, not all of them are like this, but most of them are. They show up and they want to change shit just for the sake of changing shit, to say that they did it. And I hate that. If it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. It drives me up a goddamn wall. And if Kraft Voorhees is still in here, I'm sure he agrees with me 100,000% because he's been in the military long enough. Anyone in here who's active duty or retiree, you know what I'm talking about. When they show up and they're like, look, I get it. This is the way you've done things forever, but I want it done this way. And you try and explain to them like, hey, sir, or sergeant major, or first sergeant, whoever, like we don't do it that way because these things happen. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter. We're doing it this way now. And what I say goes. And like, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Losing India as an ally has to be the biggest gaffe of this administration. I'm really surprised at it, honestly. I'm not being a smartass. I've been telling people for a while, follow the money. Because India has been kind of trading with both sides for quite some time now, and they control a lot of our pharmaceutical industry. It's ballsy to go to the table with them. I mean, because this is the thing. You start messing with American big pharma, that's a quick way to go to permanent night with yourself by pew-pewing yourself in the back of the head 37 times. That's not good, man. Or take a long step out a short window. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, ooh. OER bullets don't write themselves. Bro, you know what we need to do? And I told this to General George. I fucking told this to General George. And you know what's crazy, Kraft? Because you work, yes, you're an officer. Yes, you're higher up there. But I sat down when I was at General George's house. We were having some drinks. I was there with Sergeant Major Weimer as well. And I was like, sir, I got a question. I was like, when are we, we're talking about getting rid of all this red tape. When I enlisted in the military in 2009, you could dispatch an Abrams main battle tank in 10 minutes. I'm not even shitting you guys. To a lot of you younger soldiers who might be in here, that's unfucking heard of. Now, I was like, it takes me over, like, if I'm lucky, if I haul ass, a day to get a Humvee out the door. Why? And he goes, I asked the same question. He goes, we've removed all the other restrictions. He goes, I tell them, get the job done, remove the red tape, make things efficient. He's like, but for some reason, by the time that gets down there to a certain level, everyone's like, we can't undo anything because we're not allowed to assume any risk. I told him, I was like, why are these middle level commanders not assuming any risk? He goes, I don't know. I told them to assume risk at their level and make decisions and make shit efficient. So from a 4-star level, he understood. He was like, I get it. We have made ourselves combat ineffective with all of these safety measures we put in place because we're afraid of anything bad happening. So somewhere in between, it is lost. Yeah, General George, super fucking personable. Really, really nice guy. I really like that dude. He is an awesome guy. I wasn't sure how I was going to, I thought I was going to get the whole political song and dance, and he is very like cut, dry, and to the point. I like General George. Good people, man. Let me see. Oh man, I got way too far behind. There were no real winners, losers in psychological warfare. There's victims and students. It's a pendulum swaying from the dark light, and the more intensity light shown, the darker the shadow it cast. You're not wrong. I think the biggest takeaway for me in this, in modern warfare, and Russia has figured it out, and I got to applaud them. Russia's good at it. They are so fucking good. China's picking it up. Russia, phenomenal at it. They know that they don't have to tell the truth. They don't. They just have to fill the void with so much bullshit that people don't know what the fuck is going on, and they constantly parrot things that they think are the truth. That the amount of information warfare that is happening through social media based off of Russia's actions is insane. I mean, game recognizes game. I'm happy for them. Like, they figured out a new dimension of warfare. Well, not really new dimension. We've always looked at cyber, but we've looked at cyber as in like they're hacking or stealing from us. They've used cyber offensively, and it's impressive. It really, really is good. Protocol 4. It is a Protocol 4? Oh man, he's looking. He sees me leaning. Oh man, all right. We're gonna do some tricks. You're gonna do some tricks, okay? Come here. All right, bud. Sit, shake, down, bang. I don't know if they can see you. They can't see you. You gotta come over here and die. You gotta sit, down, bang, bang. Okay, good boy. Get one there. Now speak. Good boy. That's my good boy. That's a good boy. Here, we'll give you one more just because you're awesome. Good boy. That's my best bud. Come on, big fat boy. Now we know the force of the fat problem. Hey, hey, hey. It is a medical condition. He has the fat. Log into stream. First thing, Knox, quit licking your butt. I knew it was going to be a good ride home. Welcome, Wesley Morris. I appreciate you being here, man. I was driving today when a tour bus accident happened in Pembroke, New York. Drove past an accident. Is a nasty sight. Oof. Sorry to hear that, man. Dude, any kind of like crash with public transportation is always like brutal. You and Knox need to stop fighting for the last brain cell. Bro, he has two of them. And they're competing for third place because they don't know what the fuck is going on. Love that dude. Bro. New CEOs be like the creator and make things in their own image, even though their image is fucking retarded. Zach, I may quote that. I love that, Zach. That is wonderful. That is probably one of the best comments I've ever heard about Commanders. I need to make that into a fucking meme. Bro, that is wonderful. That bag rustle for my dog staring at me now, damn it. Hey, gotta have plenty of snacks, man. Gotta have it. You missed your chocolate lab, dude. I'm gonna be useless for a while when I have to say goodbye to Knox. But he's strong. He's still got a lot of oomph left in him. He's 11 years old, and that is my best buddy in the whole wide world. Oh no. He just got up. I wonder if Mrs. is bringing Fritz. I don't know what's going on. My frame rate is randomly dropping. I don't know if you guys see it on your end. Scenario: Russia goes to war with Iran, and USA supports Iran only by equipment. Another Ukraine. That's actually a really, really good question. I don't think so. And it's not, at least with the current geopolitical climate, I don't think that Iran will be able to hold out because Iran would not be getting anywhere near the level of equipment that Ukraine has gotten because they have aligned with Russia previously. Just like it's the same kind of path that Turkey took. No talking shit against Turkey, but the US was like, hey, do you want these F-35s? Because, you're on the THAAD program, and they're like, hey, THAAD's too expensive. We're going to go with the it was either 400 or 500, which they still haven't received, by the way. And the U.S. is like, look, if you do that, that's fine, but you're out of the F-35 program. And they're like, that's, whatever, we're going to do it. And then they did that, and we're like, you're not on the F-35 program. Those are ours. Yoink. And, they didn't even have any of them yet. And as far as I know, Turkey still doesn't have any of their systems from Russia. But I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong on that one. Hear about the corridor between Armenia and Azerbaijan that the U.S. just took 99-year lease on? No, I have not. That's awesome. I do want to check that out. He needs more trades. He might. He's just laying by the door. It's because the air conditioning, like from the hallway is cooler because I have this giant fucking, I want to say heater in here, this computer. And he's opinions on beards in the military. So I think, here we go, going woke, I guess. I think beards are fine in the military. Anytime anyone goes, well, it looks unprofessional. Okay, cool. There is one country in NATO that doesn't allow beards in their military. Actually, two of them. I think France is the other one. Maybe, I don't know who the other one is. So you're telling me that my allies are unprofessional. Now, some very, America First absolutists would be like, yeah, they're not. That's why we're the best. Beards are not the reason we're the best. Training is the reason we're the best. Funding is the reason we're the best. We constantly handicap ourselves in scenarios. Like America's training program, and this goes for anyone in the world. This goes for anybody. If you want to train, handicap the shit out of yourself. Make it unwinnable. almost every training exercise I've ever been a part of has been a Kobayashi Maru. Those of you who don't know, it was an unwinnable simulation in Star Trek that Captain Kirk had won, but he won by cheating. It's kind of a gray area. But anyways, yeah. We always do that to ourselves. Like very recently, there was it wasn't a typhoon. Was it a Gripen? Whatever the fuck it's called. No, it was a Rafale. Rafale. I don't know. Rafale. I don't know how to say that goddamn word. They're like, it just got a gun kill on an F-35. Yeah. You know, an F-16 has gotten a simulated gun kill on an F-22? Because you handicap one of the platforms. Like, if in the real world, that's never going to happen. It's just not going to. Sorry, you're never going to merge with that F-22 because he's going to kill you long before you get there. Well, what if he's out of missiles? Well, luckily, with sensor fusion, he can start raining fucking AIM-174s from the far side of the horizon off of F-18s. But they do that so that operators can. You said there's no evidence of that? I will double check. But they do that because it's better training for everybody all around. The Rafale whatever pilot gets better dogfighting training because he's chasing something that he probably can't get a radar lock on, so he has to use guns. There's the valuable training for him. And then for the F-35 pilot, normally, like a 99% chance they're not going to get into a dogfight, but they need to train those dogfight tactics. That's great. That news wouldn't have even made a headline had the F-35 lined up a shot against the Rafale, whatever the hell you want to call it. It wouldn't have even made a headline. No one would have gave a shit. They'd have been like, that's what we expected. So these are done on purpose. Poland, Norway, Netherlands, and USA all have similar facial hair standards. That's fair. I've only ever worked with, out of those, the Poles. No, hold on. Are you sure? Because one of the Polish guys who came through the schoolhouse to the field artillery school, he had a beard. Now, he might have had an exemption for some reason. But, okay, fair enough. I'm willing to be wrong. Get a portable air conditioner. It's on my list. Dude, I hate spending money. I really do. If my wife was in here and she's like, it's hot, can I get a portable air conditioner? She would have one that day. But me, I don't like spending on myself. I just never, it's just a little hot for a couple hours. That's fine. He is wrong, HLC. In those countries wear shorts on the flight line as well. Bro, tactical shorts. Why don't we have tactical shorts in our military? Range of motion, sweat wicking, cooling. That you send me to a place that's 120 fucking degrees, and for some reason we found the only desert on Earth that has humidity. I don't know how it works. Look, I thought all deserts were hot and dry. I've been to a lot of different deserts on this planet. I thought they were all hot and dry. The Middle East is like, you know what? Hot and humid, but also a desert. Fuck you, that's why. I don't know what's up with the Middle East. It's just, I understand why those people hate each other. I'd be mad as fuck too. Okay? Then get AC for the dog. Actually, that's not a half bad idea. So, I'm sorry, going back to the beards thing. For me, it's not a professionalism thing. For me, it's a chemical weapons thing. Now, there is a limit to how big of a beard or what type of facial hair you can have to be able to seal a mask. Now, in the Army, I don't know if the other branches use this, we have a certain type of test, our chemical guys do it. When you get fitted for your mask, there's something that's like pushing pressure in, and you breathe in and you breathe out. And it somehow like it measures how much air is escaping through the seals and stuff like that, which is supposed to be damn near zero. It was because of that test that I found out I was wearing the wrong size mask for like 8 years. I had to switch to a medium instead of a large. Anyways, and if you pass that test with your facial hair, that's fine. And everyone's like, well, chemical weapons aren't really used anymore. The Republic of Yemen literally just intercepted a cache of 750 tons of weapons headed from Iran to the Houthis, which included chemical weapons. Now, before anyone freaks out, this is not the first time it has happened, and technically chemical weapons also include tear gas, which is, it's unpleasant, but you're not going to die from it. So Dude, yeah, UAE and Qatar. Oh my God. Dude, I had never seen buildings sweat until I went to UAE. And you guys like think I'm like joking. You might think I'm joking. I don't know if you think I'm joking, but I watched buildings sweat. When the sun goes down, it's just condensation on the outside of the buildings because they have air conditioning on inside, and the sides of the walls on the outside are just dripping with water. Dude, it's so insane. It is fucking nuts. Do you think there's any future for directed energy weapons and air defense? Absolutely, yes. We had some setbacks. So we used right now. There's two platforms that have recently come online. We have the DEM SHORAD, which is still technically in test phase. It hasn't gone into full rate production. The Sergeant Stout, which is named after Mitchell W. Stout, who is the only Medal of Honor recipient in the Air Defense Artillery branch. He won it. I think it was the Battle of Quezon, or it might have been the Tet Offensive. I'm not sure. It was Vietnam. But anyways, that one is the kinetic version. It has a 30 millimeter, has 7.62, and has 2 sets of 4 stingers. It also has 2 man-pad grips in the back, and then some onboard sensors with a range up to undisclosed distance. Really good system, really effective system. We sent it overseas a couple years ago, and it smoked a couple of drones, and like it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It's a very, very good quality system. We sent another one with it. And the only reason I know it went is because I know the first sergeant that was equipped with it. His name was First Sergeant Gonzalez, good friend of mine. And that one was the DEM SHORAD, which is Directed Energy Maneuver Short Range Air Defense. And it had a 50? It's either 50 or 100 kilowatt laser. I think the 100 is what they wanted to upgrade to, but I think it was a 50. They sent those. They were effective systems. They were effective. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. However, if you've ever seen a picture of one, they have a ton of fans that have to cool all over the outside of that thing. And fans without filters don't do well in the desert. So that was the major hiccup that they ran into. So they went back to the drawing board. They did some re-engineering, and supposedly they have a new version coming out that they're going to be testing soon. I don't know enough about it. Is it 50 kilowatt? There you go, Kraft. Thank you. Water cooling? Is it water cooling? I know it's just cooling on the outside. And I always thought the big thing on top was the beam director. That's the radar. The beam director's in front of it. It's the lower thing that looks like a... I'm trying to think of something that isn't... What it looks like a wiener, okay? Like an uncut wiener. It's got like a little, like a foreskin wrap on it that is automatic, and it flips back and does, yeah, it looks like a wiener. Okay. I'm going to be real with you, but yes, directed energy weapons are the future right now. The drawback with directed energy weapons is, making them mobile enough. Like the batteries haven't gone far enough, if that makes sense. But when it comes to cost analysis, they're phenomenal. Like the cost is, I mean, I think was Iron Beam, which is the one that Israel has. I don't know if it's online yet. I've heard yes, I've heard no. I don't know if it's online yet. I think they're spending roughly like 99 cents a shot. And the maneuver short range air defense was roughly, you could down a drone. They didn't classify it by shot. They just like classified it by target. You could down a drone for roughly the cost of a gallon of diesel. So, which for the Army is like, I don't know, $6 a fucking gallon or some stupid shit, because we always overpay for everything. Hey, Dr. Noblex, how you doing, buddy? Ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you again. Beard looking great. Having fun with the lightsaber? She's right over there. Lightsaber's right back there next to my YouTube plaque.
Would you accept me? I'd intercept me.
God damn it.
Next stream, you better have a portable AC in your office.
All right. Mrs. Linecrosser, we're going to go buy a portable AC. Fuck. I even have blackouts up there that have like reflectors on the outside of it to keep out some of the temperature. Puppy air conditioner funds. What is my opinion on stagflation? I'm unfamiliar with that term. Hold on. Let me figure it out. I may have heard it called something else. Oh, yeah. We are at a breaking point right now. I don't know if you guys know it. Again, at least I'm not an economist. I'm the missile guy. That's my thing. However, what I find is at least a good metric to measure off of, and at least for me, to understand growth rates, is because the United States is on the gold standard. Okay. So you take the average wage from like the 1970s, and I don't know if I'm doing the math wrong here. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm not an economist, okay? And the minimum wage back in like the 70s was like $1.60. And you'd have to roughly work like 30 or 40 fucking hours or something like that to get an ounce of gold. I think I was right. I don't know. I did the math one day. Nowadays, for having that same hourly wage, I'm saying like to have like how many hours at what rate would it take to get an ounce of gold now? Basically, the conversion is you'd have to be making over $100 an hour to make the same like timeline there. Just so you know, like that's the way that I look at it. That tells me it's a multi-headed problem. Number one, God, I hate saying this because I love my country and I love my people. But if you've ever been outside of the country, you'll agree with me 100%. Americans, not all of them, but a lot of them are fucking lazy. Okay. Secondly, Americans are super commercialized. Like everything out there is trying to sell you something. You don't experience that in a lot of the world. You really don't. Like, and it's because they gaslight you into thinking like, I need the new iPhone. I need the new fucking radio. I need this Spotify. I need this. You don't. You fucking don't. And quite frankly, if Americans stopped spending their money on dumb shit, they would have a lot more in their pocket. I remember reading somewhere a couple years ago, it was like, if you have $40 in your pocket and have no debt, you're richer than like 80% of the United States. I don't know how true that is. I didn't go and do the fucking research, but lose the beard, it does not suit me. I'm trying, but I like my beard. I like having a beard. Lifestyle moves money, it does. I mean, I understand, like, to keep an economy going, you have to be able to purchase things. And it's just, like, for me, another thing that bothers me is we don't price cap certain things. Like, you want to not price cap alcohol? Fucking fine. That's considered a luxury. Alcohol's a luxury. Okay. You want to not price cap gasoline? Whatever. Not a big deal. But when we don't price cap things that people need to survive, like chemo, insulin, shit like that bothers me. That fucking bugs me. Like when I see a GoFundMe, and notoriously I don't share GoFundMes. I don't. Okay. I never have, because I don't, there's always something going on. And if I help somebody, I often do it behind closed doors. Like I put everything together myself and I'm like, here you go. I've done it a few times. I don't want to say to who or when. It's just not the person that I am. Okay. But anyways, I see a GoFundMe as a good thing. Obviously it helps people out in rough situations. And I agree with that. But how far gone are we that people are losing their homes and everything else to be able to survive and pay medical bills? I'm not the guy in charge, but that bothers me. Like I have a genuine disagreement with that. I'm a capitalist, but everything should be for profit. Shouldn't be for profit. Okay. I was like, There are some things like I think that things that cannot be abused should be funded with our taxes. Dude, I got into an argument with some guy on fucking Twitter. He was like, somebody was like, I think fucking Kathy Holcomb, which I don't agree with her policies, but she was like, free school lunches for kids. And I went to the comment section. Bro, some guy said some really just abhorrent shit. And I was like, bro, the hill you want to die on is not feeding kids. And he's like, well, it's their parents' responsibility, not me, the taxpayer. I was like, bro, out of all the dumb shit we spend our money on, the hill you want to die on is feeding kids. Like that bugs the shit out of me because parents fucking suck sometimes. Okay, they do. So sometimes the only food those kids get is at school, which is wild to me. Just remember, real men don't have beards. It makes it harder for us to get seals on our mask. I ain't ever wearing a mask ever again. Kids aren't hungry because of lack of funding, bro. That's the thing. It's not a single problem. We need to look at the curriculum. This No Child Left Behind bullshit, garbage. Get rid of it. Kids need to be challenged in school. Our educational system is a fucking joke. Kids need to be fed, and they need to be fed a proper fucking diet, okay? And then we need to trim out all the administrative positions that don't need to fucking exist. They just don't. They just don't. We got teachers scraping the bottom of the barrel just trying to get enough of them to fill classrooms, and they have 7,000 administrators. You talk to every young kid nowadays, who I say kid, but going through college and wants to be a teacher, you know where they want to end up? Administrator. Because it's better pay and less hours. That's where they want to end up. Why are we making that the goal? So, sorry. I went off. Sorry. Call me a liberal if you want to. I also believe that I should be able to walk into any gun store I want to and buy a fucking Tomcat. I want my gay neighbors down the street to be able to farm pot plants. I don't like, I'm just like, leave people the fuck alone, and we should really try and help our own people. So stagflation, sorry, I went off on a way thing. Wait till you have to go into a porta-john in the middle of summer. You'll be wishing you had a gas mask. Bro, I've been in a porta-john in Malajad, Afghanistan. Ain't nothing getting me. Speaking of the F-35 being handicapped, Growling Sidewinder did a video with a buddy in an F-22 in DCS where he was in a flanker and found his buddy in the F-22 on his wing before he was shot down. I think I saw that video where he's like, oh, I think I got a radar ping. And then all of a sudden he just looks out the window and there's an F-22 right there. I thought that video was hilarious. Oh man, I got way behind. There we go. Also, again, political overtones. I'll get the AC. Why not a hydrogen fuel cell with supercapacitors? Because we wouldn't want to inadvertently create a hydrogen bomb inside of a car? I don't know. Especially something is going to get shot at? Look, if it's a missile, I understand it. Most of the time. There's a lot of missiles out there. Do you guys have any idea how many missiles are in the world? Fucking probably over 1 million have been made in history. Like different types, not like missiles in general, but like there's probably over 1 million missiles that have been made throughout fucking history. There's a lot of goddamn missiles out there. Remember, the only reason the US doesn't field flying saucers is because the enemy doesn't have the capability that makes flying saucers necessary. That's true. Project Silverbug, 1954? Question mark? Was a flying saucer. The plans leaked out onto the internet, like when the internet first became a thing. The US built a flying saucer with turbine engines, and somebody like one of those physics programs where you can like literally put a blueprint in there and see how it functions, and apparently it did produce lift and could fly. Yeah. He didn't take it far enough. We need to start an unsub prep school. Bro, I tell you right now, if you had Nick in there teaching history, those kids would know more about history than any other students in the United States. Have Rich teaching like law and justice. I do need Titanfall 3, bro. I need Titanfall 3. It's all about convenience. Keep the beard. Thank you. More puppy air conditioning funds. Thank you. And we'll get Knox taken care of. Is he panting back there? Let's see when he goes to his bed. If he no, he's just a squishy boy. That's my best bud. You're a good boy. A guy who buys a drug that's like $60 and increases it to nearly $700 comes to mind. You can call me a liberal sissy if you want to. I'm a big fan of like people watching out for one another. Price cap things that can't be abused. Your chemo, your insulin, your stuff like that. And then literally have it paid for with our taxes. There's enough taxes there. There's fucking enough. Trust me, there's enough. Just those things. I'm not paying for some dude's fucking opioid addiction. I'm not paying for some bitch's fake tits. I'm not doing that. But somebody who has diabetes is going to have to be on that insulin for life. That's a problem for me. Somebody who has like chronic illnesses or like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I think that our medical system is great. It's the best in the world. And it's because it's competitive that it is the best in the world, but we could really do a lot better for people. Call you a sissy, says the maid dress guy. Don't you judge me. I'm not a nurse. I can unequivocally say the American healthcare system is so rigged. Some chemo medications are 30 grand to 50 grand per treatment. Yeah, that's now from what I understand, I'm not medical, remember, but I guess chemo has to be specifically made for each individual person. That being said, why does it cost as much as a fucking small SUV? Okay. Like, yes, I get it. It's going to be a little expensive, but it shouldn't be the cost of a small car. It's crazy that $30,000 to $50,000 is a small car nowadays. So, but the rich need to keep their money. Oh, so I've learned something in my experiences becoming a social media content creator. When people are like, I don't pay taxes. They're talking about cutting a check at the end of the year. It's because they make quarterly payments. That's what most businesses do. Quarterly payments to the government. Also, I'm about to sell my motorcycle. It's just not my thing anymore. I'm probably going to get me like a desert toy. I really want a mini truck. I want a K truck. My brother in Japan is going to try and help me get one. Then I'm going to jack it up and like build a roll cage and off-road tires and maybe make the engine get a little bit more vroom vroom. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, since we're talking about taxation, whenever you sell a vehicle, your own personal vehicle to somebody else, do the deal, whatever, make it a cash transaction. And then on the title or the bill of sale, you write that you sold it to them for $50 because that cuts back on their tax, title, and license. And what did we learn, folks? Taxation is theft. That's what it is. Can we have seatbelt time with Fritz? Oh my gosh. In a little while. Buff hates harm. Oh God. Yeah, since I got shot in the fucking ass by a goddamn F4 who didn't know which way his asshole was. I have an enemy radar locked on. No, it was the one that stuck in my pooper. Sorry. Any interest in the upcoming dinosaur park builders like Jurassic World Evolution 3 and Prehistoric Kingdom? No, I've never been a big fan of like park builders. Not my thing. I do like building games, but like survival style building games. Can your brother help you get a JDM car? Yes. Yeah. I mean, if you have cash and you're like willing to, yeah. Cause his brother-in-law, his wife's brother, I think that's what he does is like ship cars to the United States for a living. So we're finding out all the details and I'm trying to get me a K truck. I mean, I'm not trying to make it a cool K truck. I just want something I can go fucking tool around out in the desert. Cause like, this is the thing, man. I was going to buy side by side. People are like, you need a Polaris Razor. And it's like, cool. Polaris Razor is like base without the turbo is like 45 grand. Or I could spend 3 grand, get a K truck, then take the other 20, tint the windows, put a roll cage, give it a winch, give it a fucking, a good suspension system, like all this other shit. And I have air conditioning.
I didn't understand.
Final puppy air conditioner funds. Political_ overtones and I want a close-up of that AC next week. Don't read out loud. Sorry, I'm done with my puppy trolling. Had a rough day and the Nox AC tangent really put me in a good mood.
Wesley Morris, I'm glad you're here, man, and I'm glad to get you back in a good mood. Sorry to hear you had a rough week. I got 6K, that's all I got right now. I want a K-van for your business. I don't know how much those go for.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Only one for the night since I got away for a few minutes. Been very busy. How are you doing?
Wither, how you doing, buddy? I'm okay. We did talk about some real serious stuff. We talked about some lighthearted stuff. It's been an interesting experience, man. And I'm really like, you guys have no idea how happy I am to come back and just spend some time with you guys here on Friday. And like, it's a wild mental shift because like today I was fucking tired. I was beat. And I told my wife, I was like, I got to find somewhere to get the energy to do this stream tonight. But I came in here and I I really enjoy just spending time with you guys. Like it's really cool. It's a good thing for me. When can we expect another USA versus the world? It is in editing right now. Hoping to have it out by the end of the month. No word yet. Herrera Long 2028. Bro, I don't think I would be I would not be a good VP. I would be an awful vice president. Cause I would just like, you're stupid. Like I'd be sitting there, the Vice President Long has been, called to testify in front of Congress. And they'd be like trying to like stonewall me or get me like, gotcha questions. I'd be like, you're old as fucking stupid. I don't give a shit what you say. And they'd be like, you can't use that language in here. False. There's a big piece of paper over in the Library of Congress. Actually, I think it's in the Library of Congress. I'm not sure where the Constitution's at. That says I can. It says rule number 1, thou shalt be able to tell this stupid bitch she's stupid. Like I knew I would not do well. I don't. What's that thing from the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Gypsies don't do well inside of stone walls. HLC does not do well in politics. National Archives? It might be the National Archives. He's not the VP we want, but he's the VP we need. Bro, I don't know though. This is the thing. The problem with me, I said the problem with me, there's a lot of problems with me. The problem with me running on any political ticket is I fall so far into the like realm of ambiguity when it comes to politics in general, because you know how some weirdos think that gender is on a spectrum because they don't understand biology. I think that politics are on a spectrum. And I think that the people on the alt-right, this small contingent, and the small contingent on the alt-left can just fuck all the way off. And everybody in the middle can probably get along with each other. The problem is everybody on the right uses the alt-left to make fun of the left, and everybody on the left uses the alt-right to make fun of the right. So there's literally no progress being fucking made, but the answer is somewhere in between. And everyone's so stuck on goddamn party lines. Oh, God, I can't stand that. Ugh. Radical moderate. I would go with that. if we got a VP that referred to Russia as Tundratard, I would just have way too much fun. Maybe that's the thing. I'll hit up Brandon. I'm going to be his press secretary. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to just be Brandon's press secretary. I would just be standing up there. Congressman Herrera happened to say that Russia was, quote, a bunch of punk asses. President Putin responded stating that he was sternly going to respond to these allegations. What do you have to say on that, Mr. Long? Sounds like a punk ass move from Putin. I'm going to just be real with you guys. Like that just sounds like a punk ass move. I don't know, man. I said, oh, dude, I know. Well, that's the thing. When it comes to, so you guys are talking about JD Delay as the wood chipper voice. I would love to do that. It's just I record everything in-house, and I don't know, like I'd have to figure out how to have somebody record in a remote location, send it to me, and then do the overlay here. That's what I would have to figure out. That's what I don't know. Cody has his press outreach. Bro, I could answer as Grandpa Buff. Mr. Herrera said today that guns don't kill people, people kill people. What do you have to say about that? I'd say he's fucking right. Can you imagine every question they answer or they ask? I just answer with a different character. Every single one. All right, you over there from Texas. Yes. Mr. Herrera stated, President Putin threatened the United States. What do you have to say about that? I'd say he's just a big fat bitch. I don't know. Do you think any nation will use lasers against troops? Yes. Guaranteed. If not to wound them, like I say wound them kind of arbitrarily, to blind them. Think about it. If you could use non-light producing ion laser and you see the enemy moving towards you and in one shot you could blind all of their troops permanently, and they have to be, because you're not going to, unless you're Russia, you're not going to put blind troops on the front line. So they would have to back off. I could see that very, very, very much happening. Take down a drone could take out eyesight. Yeah. Dog air conditioning fund. All right. Knox is getting AC. Alienate your audience for no good reason? Half your audience for no good reason? No, I don't know. Buff on tour with Congressman Brandon. This is the thing. I am incredibly excited for Brandon. I am so excited for Brandon. However, I am way more excited that I get to haze a public official. Like this is the thing. You know, Tony is the gift that keeps on giving. Can you imagine those poor interns every day going to work and Tony's like, all right, I need you to post this on my socials. And they're like, I don't want to put this out here. I have been told to unalive myself 300 times today. Can we just stop? I quit. Like, can you, goodbye, HLC Wither. Take it easy, man. How's New Mexico treating me? It's fucking warm here. You didn't know that would broadcast? It's all good. It's all good, Wesley Morris. Thank you so much for being here, my dude. Trying to get caught up here again, as always.
Would you intercept me?
Extra intelligence.
H fuel cells not only won't explode like an H-bomb, they can be much safer than gas or diesel. Depending on generation/storage, low G would be less vulnerable than gas. Obama can kiss my starfish for killing it. Don't debate me. I got power.
I don't know enough about hydrogen power. I'm going to absolutely take your word for it. Oh man. I love that. Don't debate me. I have powertism. I love that so much. That is fucking great. Blinding laser weapons. Really? Did Canada cause that? Also, then with the blinding laser weapons, I didn't explicitly violate that overseas, but it could have been. So I might have violated the Geneva Convention. And those are kind of just guidelines anyways. Buff on tour with Congressman Brandon. Look, okay, we had this thing called the LRAS, long range acquisition laser or something like that. It's like the size of a fucking birdhouse, and you had like ASIP batteries plugged into it. It had like joysticks on the side, and you could see for fucking ever. And we would just like scan and kind of keep an eye on shit at night. And it had a really powerful target designator laser on it. So if someone was working on their field in the middle of the night, you could like laser designate the back of their neck, and it would feel like they got bit by a bug, and they would like. And they go back to hoeing their field. I'm not admitting to that, but some people may have done that. Just saying. HLC, the PC build gets worse. Crisis times 16. Oh, what did you do? You water cooled it and something leaked, didn't it? I bet. On day 120 of demanding the snail give us Grandpa Buff, they've yet to respond. Sounds pretty communist to me. Wow. This is the thing. I wouldn't say everything that War Thunder has done is forgiven. I wouldn't say it's all forgiven, but a lot of it would be forgiven if they introduced the B-52 and they had a nose art for it that just said Grandpa Buff. Like I would forgive a lot of their transgressions. Just saw a pic posed on Discord of the experimental short takeoff and landing app. Yeah, I saw it. Listen, strange things happen when you're in college, and sometimes you get experimental. We don't talk about that. Yeah, I saw the F-15 with canards, man. I gotta ask something. There's 700 of you in here right now, 737. I have an idea for a shirt next July or next June, excuse me. But I don't know if it'll just get bought like crazy or get me canceled. It was going to be next June. Obviously, we know what June is. And it was going to be LGBTQIA plus and then C. And I was going to tie into the design somewhere that showed like canards as part of that community. I thought it'd be great, but I don't know. That might be just, we need to find a B-52 crew chief or PAO person. 100,000%. I said it in here before. If anyone has any connections with a B-52 crew chief or anyone out there, if they have a B-52, like an actual, like that is theirs and they can put whatever they want to on it, I will pay for someone to go out and put the nose art on there that says Grandpa Buff. I will pay for everything. They literally just have to be like, here's my plane. We'll talk up the design. I'll have everything designed. I'll have everything done. I will pay to put Grandpa Buff on the side of the B-52. 100,000%. Do it. Yuppers, do it. This sure would be funny as hell. No, Crisis won't run on over 8 gigs of VRAM. Why are you trying to just run Crisis on it? Man, I'm always late to your stream. It's okay, Slam, whatever. Slam Hassan. You really think they can cancel with your pepperback? You know, that's fair. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I feel like with the Pepperbox people, like we're one like, hey, you guys need to do this away from becoming listed as an extremist organization. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, let's say Brandon gets a nasty gram from the ATF and he's like, look what they sent me from the ATF or something along those lines. And then all of a sudden, like, boom, Pepperbacks are an extremist organization. Like that's what has happened. That's how they get us. Brandon's press secretary only answers remotely with the characters. I've never heard of having too much VRAM to run Crisis, to run a video game. I've never heard of that. Made it through Navy boot camp, and now I'm at a Naval Nuclear Power Training Command. Thank you for the advice you gave me. Hey, congratulations, Eve Lord. And honestly, man, it's all you. It really is. It is 100% you. The military is what you make of it, good, bad, or indifferent. Every job sucks. Every job, no matter how cool you think it is, has its shitty days. Weapons can tell you that. He got to work with the A-10, right? And you don't know how many people in this world are like, I would love to work with the A-10. And he'd probably be like, that thing sucked sometimes. That job fucking sucked. So every job has its good and bad. And, you know, I'm glad I was able to give you advice, but this one is all you, man. Congratulations. I'm glad you graduated. I'm glad you've done well. Continue to progress in your military career, man. I'm telling you, just do everything 100% and then learn why things work that way. You will always be better than your peers if you learn why. Because some people just want to learn the monkey drill. I push this button and then that button and then I turn this handle and it works. Well, why do you do that? Well, this is the pressure relief valve. This one is the overflow, and then I turn this handle to allow to set in whatever, however the hell it works. Try loading the cannons. I've done it once, kind of. I mean, does a 777 count? Like, it's a 155. I get it. It's a big gun. But you don't really like load it per se. Like, you grab the big stick thing and you put it on the tray, and then they release the handle and you just fucking run and shove that bitch in there as hard as you can. I'm used to like Abrams, which is, so you're the loader right here. You're looking at the TC, the breech is right here. The ammo, well, the ready rack is right here. It's like an inch thick door. You have a knee switch. You push it with your right knee. Door swings open. You have all your honeycomb right there. You hit the round, like you hit the release. The round kind of slides out into your hand. You flip it onto the breech, fist behind it or hand, depending on how you want to do it, and just shove it until that breech closes. And then arm it and get out of the way. More VRAM equals better. But congratulations, Eve Lord, or Eve, yeah, Evie. Bro, I don't know how to, words are hard, man. Like, if you want to buy the shirt, comment if you say otherwise. Like, if you want to buy the shirt, comment if you say otherwise. Pepperbacks will take over a country for the creators. Dude, I'm telling you. And it's so good, though. Like, and this is the thing, like, that is one thing that I do really like about, like, my community and the Pepperbox community is the Pepperbox community has pulled in Brandon's people and Cody's people and Eli's, the unsub people and Nick's people and my, my group and like everyone who's on the Pepperbox, like Discord and in there, like there's no, at least from what I've seen, there's not like what you would normally see in a comment section. Like there's always somebody who has a real hot, shitty take in a comment section. And I've never seen that on any of my videos. I've never seen that on kind of consensual videos. Like I've never seen that on habitually fat videos. Everyone is on like the same wavelength and everyone really wants each other to like, hey, this is really good. I enjoyed this. And like, there's a lot of constructive criticism, which is unlike any platform I've ever been on before. It's really cool. So I'm very, very happy that you guys are able to be like that. Oh, yep. Oh, he knows. Jonathan Rose knows it. Yes. Once you grab the big handle that is coated in rubber, unless of course you have an older tank, then the rubber's falling the fuck off, and you arm it, I would like meld into the wall because I'm a big dude, right? There's like radios and shit. And then you yell up and you get out of the way because the second they squeeze one of the triggers, there's 5 different ways to set off an Abrams main gun round, just in case you guys didn't know. When they set off one of the triggers, that breech is coming back, depending on the round, 11 to 13 inches. And it's not going to like crush you, but it's coming back with so much force, it's going to hurt. It's going to break some things. It's fine until 24 gigabytes of VRAM. I've never heard of too much VRAM. That's wild to me, man. Hello from Tennessee. You're the only 10 I see. I'm sure you hear that all the time. Anyways, love your content. First time in the live chat. Keep up the great content. Can I get a hell yeah? Of course you can get a hell yeah. You want a hell yeah? I don't care if I fell off the side of that ship. I'm gonna go fuck up that Russian submarine. Come here, little boy. Because it's all decent people who stick together. It really is. Yeah, I at least in my experience, from what I've seen, like you guys, it's a very different experience, and it's not me. Like I can't take credit for creating something like that. I don't even think that like Eli and Nick and all those other guys, I don't even think they would take credit for creating something like that. I think it's just like-minded individuals who all kind of gravitated towards the same place and really do like, and we're doing something that you guys enjoy. You enjoy watching, you enjoy the content that's on there, and like you're loving it. And like that's, I just can't ask for better. I'm thoroughly impressed with you guys. Really enjoy you, Justin. I hope that was like just meant, look, I have socks on. It's no homo. If I didn't have socks on, that's gay. No, I'm just kidding. Your stuff makes my day, bud. James Rose, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Like those little things, you know, sometimes, and that's, it may be a little narcissistic. I read my comment section. Not all of it. I just, whenever I have time, I do read it. I spend a lot of time on Twitter, probably more than I should, but I like hurting people's feelings. That's the main reason I'm there. And, you know, sharing information. But I read my comment section, and sometimes I will be honest with you guys. It's sometimes cranking out a video is like forcing a poop. Like I got to fight tooth and nail to get that out the gate. And then I get it out the gate and I'm like, I'm not really satisfied with this product. You know, let me do some tweaks. Let me adjust this. Let me re-record that. And then I just put in the extra effort and I get it done. And when it comes out, I see things that you guys are like, boom. And you guys talk very positively about it. Hey, you really helped me. Or I really enjoy this stuff. And I still feel a little weird that a lot of people get their news from me, but I get it that my videos are pretty easy to digest. I couldn't be happier. And when I see those comments that like, hey man, you made my day, I really appreciate that. Sometimes I need that too. So I do wholeheartedly appreciate those comments, like 1,000%. Knox had to jump up. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. He's back. He's back. I read as much as Putin. Ouch. Got an idea for an F-15 with canards. If you look up the F-15 active is still paint scheme, you could change more flamboyant one, put that on a shirt, probably avoid controversy. I love it. Mrs. Linecrosser, send me the small naked boy. I'm going to go grab him. We're going to do seatbelt. I'll be right back. Come here, Fritz. Come here, you little naked rat. Come here. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. Okay. Oh. All right. All right. We're going to do seatbelts, right? Okay. You're seatbelted? But what if you, Fritz, what if you didn't have a seatbelt? Okay. Okay. We'll put you back in a seatbelt. Well, what if I took the seatbelt off? Okay. Okay. I'll put you back in the seatbelt. You're back in the seatbelt. But what if you had no seatbelt? Okay. 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 I'll put you back in the seatbelt. Aww. Oh, okay. 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 One more seatbelt and then you get a treat, okay? No seatbelt? Okay, 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 okay. I got you, I got you. All right. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, you want a treat? Okay, okay. Oh, Knox heard the treats. Here he comes. Whopper flopping back in. Okay, 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 Fritzy. Okay, hey. Yep. He's loose. Oh, man. Oh. Just knew after every hard day at work, I look forward to one thing, a new HLC video. Bro, that's... I started out, if you guys have never heard, like I started out this, I guess, field because I didn't want people to feel like I felt when I was really at my lowest. And Knox shit his pants. Good God. Whoa. I was having a moment. Holy sweet Jesus. It's like you got butt fucked by a garbage truck, dude. Oh my God. It's in my shirt. How did it get in my shirt? Good God. I love this dude, but he is rank. I love this guy. God damn, man. Hopefully I don't get disappeared for saying this, but I got to see what I'm 92.5% sure was an S300. Really? The S300 9S32 radar? How did you, are you in Saudi? I think the Saudis have those. The Turkish might have those too. The S300 is kind of like everyone has it. I think even Poland might. No, I don't. Poland might not have it. Now I need the mask. Yeah, I may have to shave the beard to deal with those. Caught my first live a month ago. It's required viewing for my wife and I on Friday nights. 1-year-old loves Buff. I do have a soft spot for the kids. Just not the Middle Eastern ones. Was an operations specialist on a DDG, no shit, 57 USS Misture. I don't know how to say that. Did 8 years, got out as an E5. Well, thank you very much for your service, man. Does not, talking about Fritz's mullet? Yeah, that's all the hair he's born with. Because giving the world, would you intercept me is easily worth $5. Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. But yes, I am. Yeah, that's all the hair Fritz grows. Well, he gets some around like his lower back, and tip of his tail, and his, we call him his Pete's because he steps in pee, and his feet Pete's. Anyways, we call the hair on his back his button chops. We got to shave those. They're pretty rough right now. Yeah, Knox walked down the hallway. I don't worry about him. He can free roam all he wants. Posted a meme for me on X. Oh God. Do I even want to see? I'm going to look. X is a cesspool. I love it. Is that the meme? Hold on. I may have to look for it. We only got a couple minutes left. Yeah, a couple of minutes. We need a trash day. I know. I kind of stopped doing the trash day because some people, they were very vocal about not enjoying it. But it is. I would like to continue. You coming back? You go shit in the hallway? Captain Stinkums? Come here, bud. Come here. I still love you. Come on. You're still my best buddy. No. Why are you making noise? No. Come here. Okay. Good boy. No, I'm trying to smooch the side of your face. I don't want licks. You lick your butthole. I literally watched you on camera licking your butthole. You want to speak into the mic? You want to speak into the mic? Here. Oh, here. Hold on. Speak. There we go. That peaked it out. Oh, man. God bless you and family. Thank you so much. Jay Clint. Man, I really wish that I could read better. Bro. I saw a sign for natural grocers today, and when I initially glanced at it, I cannot tell you what my brain thought that sign said. Nope. I will get immediately banned from YouTube. I had to do some soul searching after that because my brain read it and I was like, and then I saw it was natural grocers. I was like, oh, thank God. Not much a dog person, but Knox and Fritz are exceptions, bro. Like, this is the thing. I'm not much of a kid person. Never really been a big fan of kids. But my buddy Reaper, his daughter, she's awesome. She is like, she straight up calls me and my wife aunt and uncle, and that kid is awesome. I told him, I was like, if you're ever passing through and you need to drop off the kid for a little while, not a problem, dude. She's cool as hell, and she's a very well behaved child. She's awesome. Be happy or else don't. Was it loud? I don't know how it sounded on your guys' end. Trash people don't like trash day. Typical. That's fair. Dude, it was bad. Like, have you ever had like a dog fart hit you? Like my nose didn't pick it up. The tip of my tongue picked it up. And when I closed my mouth, I inhaled through my nose, and no, it was not a good experience. For the record, where is Lady Rain? So Rain is living with her mom. So Rain was never my like dog officially. We were keeping an eye on her while my little sister was in the Navy. She's still in the Navy. It's just now she's in a position and a rank where she can live and have a pet. And so Rain is back with her. Rain is a senior anyways, so it's good to have her back there so she can live out the rest of her years, because I didn't want to be the one to make the decision on when it was time to say goodbye to Rain. Yeah. Hello, HLC mods in chat. Brendo John? I like that. It's a cool name. Heading off for the night. Was a pleasure getting a chance to interact with you. Night, HLC fam. Caducus? RN, you're a registered nurse. Thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you. We're about done here in about another 30 seconds. So you guys have 30 seconds to put as many plops in chat as you possibly can. Just to piss off Wolfram, because he has it on slow mode. I know he does. How about we give Minot and Barksdale Air Force Base PAOs a call and see if they want to do the buff nose art thing? I'm down. I mean, if they're interested. Plops. That's, you know what? If you guys watch other streamers on other platforms, if they say like, you know, W's in chat because they did something really cool, instead of W's in chat, you should say plops in chat. Let's just make this a thing. Plops in chat. Plops. Political overtones. Thank you so much. All right. And I remember, I'll get the AC for Knox so he's not struggle bussing. My best buddy. Do you want to help me say goodbye to them? You want to help me say bye-bye? Speak. Okay, good boy. All right. Oh, come on. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. I'm going to give one last treat to Knox. He's had a lot tonight, but it's okay. They're little bitty treats. So, as always, thank you all so much for being here, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the support, and I want to be supportive there for all of you. So, as always, watch out for one another. Take care of each other. Don't do the enemy any fucking favors. If you would like to support the channel, please go to habituallinecrosser.com, get yourself some merch, but the cheapest way is just watch my videos. That's all I ever ask. We got a new shirt coming. I'm so excited. I want to say it so bad. I've never been this excited for a shirt design. I'm so fucking excited. So we'll see you guys. Yell at your sister, give Rain a treat. I will. I'll see you guys.